Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Machine Gods of the NOXIAN Expanse. This is playthrough number 10, and we're following up the video that I uploaded, episode 9, and that was recorded the day before I had the back problems, but this is going to be the first recording after I have kinda healed. But we are following on from episode 9, where we came across, hang on, let me get the documents. Where are we? Yes, we're moving from Mossmore. We're moving from Mossmore up to the pyramid. On the journey, we had an event where basically we managed to find Kaari, but he was being attacked by an Echo Knight. Bum, here we go. This is the Echo Knight's stat block. Now, initially, I wanted to use a specific miniature for the Echo Knight, but I kind of got it wrong. The miniature was way too big. But I mean, during my period of back ligament damage, I did actually have some time to do painting, though I could only really sort of spend 15 minutes at a time kind of painting. But this is the miniature that I kind of wanted to use. It's by Archvillain Games. It's, I can't remember what it's called now. But it's part of the Empire of Stars sort of sci-fi Egyptian robot range. Yeah. But yeah, it ended up basically being too big for essentially what the Echo Knight's supposed to be. So what I did, well, we might use that for another creature later, because I was planning to use this range of figures for inside the pyramid. And again, I really wanted that to be a surprise later on when we went inside the pyramid, but there you go. But yeah, in the same range, there are some other figures, one of which is perfect for an Echo Knight, actually. Because an Echo Knight is like a... what is it? Where's the thing say? What does it say here? An ancient combat android still following corrupt protocols, and it has a sword, an echo blast, an energy drain, and all the stats basically say, you know, standard sort of human. So in the same range as that larger figure, the Empire of Stars from Archvillain, they actually have these ones as well. And like I say, I did manage to get some painting done during my time away from the table. So yeah, this is one of the... God, I can't remember the name of these now. Numha. Katef Numha figures. So I managed to paint up a few figures, which I was planning to use inside the pyramid, but it looks like this one has crept outside the pyramid. Maybe he's on perimeter perimeter patrol, and he came across Kaari. So that's a much more suitable figure. I'll leave all the links down below where you can find everything I use in these games, including models. So yes, let me set up the grid, the combat grid, or the combat range mat, and we'll get to the combat. Right, welcome back. We've got our range grid here, engaged, nearby, far away. We've got the models we're going to use at the back there. We've got the one there for Schwan, our PC. That one there is a zombicide figure that I actually used in the Death Wizards series to represent a civilian. That's going to represent Kaari. And then we have our Echo Knight figure there from Archvillain. Okay, stat blocks here now. I do want to try... Oops, hit the camera. I keep doing that. I do want to try and surprise if possible, because if I can succeed with the surprise, then the enemy won't get a sort of first turn. So, let's just say here, surprise characters cannot act in any way during the first round of combat. So it's very useful. However, if I remember correctly, with my first character, I fumbled one of these, and I couldn't act in the first round. But I do want to try and make the surprise roll. So surprise is an opposed check, dex. I don't know whether you can see this. Sorry, guys. It is dex versus perception. So our character has a dex of... Oh, God, I hit the camera again. Sorry. A dex of +2. The Echo Knight has a perception of average. So we're going to be using the dynamic target number table thingy, which is here. So we're going to be doing we've got a +2, plus 2, and it is against an average, so we need a 13. However, and this is something very important, the weather is thunderstorm, which gives us a disadvantage on perception and attack rolls. So I'm going to be rolling 2 dice and taking the lowest. So maybe not so easy. Another thing is, would the enemies also be affected by the thunderstorm the same way that I am? So, I mean, I'm making my attack rolls at a disadvantage because of the weather. But should my defense rolls be at an advantage because of the weather? Because if the weather's affecting me, it may affect the opponent as well, right? And their attack rolls? Although in this game you don't have attack rolls, you do attack rolls and defense rolls. So then maybe that's something that can be confirmed. I'm going to do it so that I don't get an advantage with defense rolls. Because looking at what is in the rule book, that's the impression I get. But I'm kind of thinking to make it more realistic, maybe they should be. But I'll be doing it so that I do not have an advantage with my defense rolls. But yeah, so the dex plus 2, but I'm going to be rolling with a disadvantage, and all my attacks are also going to be at a disadvantage as well. So maybe this is not going to be such an easy combat. We shall see. So we are going to be rolling a d20. Oh no, we're going to be rolling 2 d20s, aren't we? Rolling 2 dice. We are looking for, okay, so we get a plus 2 average and we get a 13. So with the plus 2, I need to get 11 plus on both of these dice in order to surprise the guy. Because I've got to take the lowest. Let's see how we do. Failed on both. Well, at least it wasn't a critical fail. At least it wasn't a 1. But we do fail the surprise. So essentially, the fight is going to start with just a standard setup. Nuts. Okay, so, oops, no surprise, but we do have to roll for initiative, and I think the setup is going to be normal. So we're going to be at far away range, which is sort of at opposite ends. Right, initiative. You have to roll initiative every round. I get a plus 2, I think. Let me just check. So for my initiative, I do get a plus 2. The initiative of the enemy is 12. So I'm getting a plus 2 and 11 or higher to go first. I've got a 15. Okay, so we will be going first in the combat, but no surprise. So the enemy will react. Now, if Kaari is on the ground, what's the chance that the Echo Knight will just continue beating up on him rather than attacking me? I mean, it depends. If I miss, because I do have a longbow, if I miss my ranged attack, maybe he won't notice me and will continue attacking Kaari, possibly, or would he take... No, I think he's a combat android, right? An ancient combat android. So I think he would see me as a bigger threat, so I think he would automatically come after me anyway. I don't think Kaari's a threat anymore at the moment. So, we will be starting... I'll be starting in the engaged, or the first range band. The enemy will be starting at far away, and Kaari is going to be on the ground, almost dead. Let's see if he's going to be thankful for me saving him, if I can save him. Because again, remember... Because of the thunderstorm, I'm going to be rolling attack rolls at a disadvantage. So 2 dice, that's not good at all. Right, but we are going first. So we are going to roll to attack. Now, the Echo Knight has a DR of average. My attack is at plus 2 with the bow. I'm going to be shooting with my bow at the Echo Knight. I'm going to basically attack as I step out into the clearing. He sees me. I don't manage to surprise him. He sees me, but then I let loose the first arrow. So I've got a plus 2 against average. That is a 13, so I need an 11 to hit. And again, since we're at a disadvantage, I've got to get an 11 on both dice because I've got to take the lowest one. Oh, no. I don't get any other bonuses, do I? No other bonuses. All right, let us try and see how we can do. I need an 11 plus on both dice. No! I'm 1 point away. This is a 12. 12 and a 10. I've got to take the lowest because it's a disadvantage. So I missed by 1 point. No! Right. The Echo Knight. Now, creatures will follow the same as with your character in that they can still make a movement as well as their action. So the Echo Knight is definitely going to move towards me. Because this guy's on the floor almost dead, and I'm like, have at thee, knave! Robot knave! So yeah, he comes towards me. Now, what is he going to do? So we have to roll for enemy combat actions. He's at full health. So on a 1 to 6, and this is on a D10. On a 1 to 6, it's a standard attack. A 7 to 10 is a special attack. Now, the standard attack is engaged range only, so he wouldn't be able to reach me. A special attack is nearby, which he could use. Support action is also nearby, but the support actions are normally only when the enemy is at less than half their health. So we're rolling. We get a 5. So it is a standard attack, which means engage, which means he does not hit me. Great. So we're now at the next turn. Actually, that's the point. His health is 12. So let's put that at 12. It's a record. Right, it is the next turn. We're rolling for initiative again. So we've got to get an 11. We get a 4. We lose the initiative. Oh, no. So the Echo Knight goes first. It's going to move into contact with me so that it can now do its standard attack. But what is it going to hit me with? Standard or special? Got a 1. So it is going to be using its standard attack, a sword strike. Engaged, and it will do d6 damage if it hits me. Now, in Machine Gods, you don't roll for the opponent's attack, you roll for your defense. Now, again, I'm saying that this is not disadvantaged, but also I'm not getting an advantage. So we're just rolling normally, so just 1 die. So the attack is average. My defense rating, let's get me sheet. My defense rating is 4, so I get +4 to the roll. So +4 against average is 15. So again, I need an 11. I get a 19. We're fine. We managed to avoid the blow. And in response, we are going to hit back with my fists. Yeah, because Schwan is a martial artist. So unarmed, does d8 damage, same as the bow. And I also get a +2 bonus as well to the attack. So DR is average, +2 against average is 13, so I need an 11 to hit. No, 19 again. Excellent, we hit it for D8 +2. Come on. A 3. 3 + 2 is 5. Oops, sorry. So he's down to 7. Okay. Next turn, rolling initiative. I need 11 again, right? I get a 2. No, come on. Oh, he goes first. What's he going to do now? He is on 7, not quite half. So we're just rolling for normal attack now. It's a 3. Standard attack. He attacks with his sword. I've got to make a defense roll. So my defense rating is +4. His attack is average, so +4. Average 15, so we need an 11 plus to avoid it. I get a 13. We managed to avoid again. Thank goodness for this martial arts expertise. Now, once again, I attack back, but we are at a disadvantage. +2 to attack. Defense rating is average, so it's a 13. I need an 11. Oh, come on. I get an 11 and a 5. I've got to take the lowest because of the weather. So I miss. Next turn. Come on. I mean, I could technically move away, but that would actually count as disengaging, I think. Yeah, so that would count as a standard action, and it's a dex v dex. Now, I've got to continue with this. So we're going to be rolling initiative. I get a 10 plus 2 is 12. I think on a draw, we don't get it. Let me just double check. Well, I mean, technically it's a target number, so I think I need to get equal, in which case I do get equal. It's a 10 I need to hit, not an 11. Okay. Make a note of that for future rolling as well. It's a target number, so I have to roll the same, equal or higher. Right, we get the initiative this time, so we're going to attack. Right, I need an 11 to hit. I've got to take the lowest one. Oh, come on. Yeah, well, the 12 would have hit, but the 2 doesn't. So I miss again. He hits back. Is he below half? Not yet. So he is going to... Oh, a 7 this time. So he's going to be doing his special attack. Echo Blast. Target must pass an average constitution check to avoid becoming stunned. So I think I have to still make the defense roll. So +4 against average, 15. So I need an 11. I got a 13. So I pass it. So do I still need to pass the average constitution check even if I successfully defend? I'm gonna say that, because again it's been a while since I played this, but I'm gonna assume that just move it up a little bit. I'm gonna assume that the text, the following text, the effects don't happen if you succeed in the defense roll. Or do they? Because I've avoided taking the damage, but I might still be stunned from the blast. I think I should roll. I do think I should roll. So, average constitution check. My constitution is +0. So it's an average constitution check. 0, average is 11. I got a 19, I'm okay. So the blast didn't affect me. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. Again, it's been a while since I played this. But I'm thinking that the defense roll allows you to prevent the damage, but I'm thinking that you should still have to make the constitution check because of the blast effect. Right, so that is the turn over. Now it's initiative again. Initiative, we're getting a +2. So I need to get a 10. I get an 18. We succeed, so I'm going first again. We're attacking at +2. We're still doing unarmed. So 13. We need an 11 on both. No. Oh no, I've got to take the lowest. I've got a 1. Oh, that's not good because I've got to take the lowest. So I fumble. So I drop my weapon. So it's going to take... Okay, so the rules are it takes a standard action to pick up your weapon, or it's a quick action to... a free action, sorry, to draw a new weapon kind of thing. The thing is, I've only actually got one weapon. But how can I be unarmed if I've... How can I drop my weapon if I'm not using one? Hang on. Now, it says here, for when a PC rolls a natural 20 when defending from an enemy's attack, this means the attacker has managed to critically miss. The attacker either drops their weapon if wielding one, or manages to damage themselves in the case of unarmed opponents or creatures. So would that happen to me as well, in terms of damaging myself? I think it would, wouldn't it? Yeah, I think it would. Because I haven't got weapons to drop, and it's a fumble, so something's going to happen. If it was the other way round, they'd be damaging themselves. So I'm going to take that as maybe as I'm doing some kind of kick or some kind of punch, I could possibly twist my ankle, tear a muscle. Oh no, okay. So I'm going to do it that way in that I do damage to myself. Now, should I add the strength modifier? I think I should, shouldn't I? So I'm doing a D8. Oh god, D8 +2 to myself. Stop punching yourself, armor. No, come on. All right, so I've just taken 10 damage. So now I'm down to 12. Oh, God. Oh! All right, so I just punched myself for 10 damage. I've done more damage than I've done to him. And that's my attack. He's now going to attack back. Right, so we're going to be defending. Our defense rating is 4. Their attack is average, so 15. I need an 11. A 6. I failed that as well. There's no way to re-roll these dice, is there, in this game? I think I've asked that before. So I failed that. Oh, hang on. We need to figure out what he's doing first, don't we? So he is 8. It's another special attack. So that would have been the Echo Blast. So we're going to be taking D8 damage from the Echo Blast. It could all be over. That's 2. So I'm down to 10. And we've got to make a Constitution check to avoid becoming stunned. Constitution is +0. And it's average, right? Yep. So average at 0, 11. I've got to roll an 11. I rolled a 1 again. Come on. Oh. So I fumble the Constitution check. I mean, it says for fumbles, you take the worst possible result. Okay, well, stunned says the character cannot take any standard actions for a number of rounds equal to X. Okay, well, it says here stunned 1. So for one round, they can still move or take a free action though. The effect wears off automatically once X rounds have passed. They can still move or take a free action. So I'm thinking that normally this prevents you from taking your standard action. Every round, you can basically do 1 free action, 1 move action, and 1 standard action. Things like attacking is a standard action. So when you're stunned, you can't make a standard action, but you can still make free actions and move actions. So maybe a critical fail, a fumble, means I can't do nothing. I can't do a standard, move, or free action. That sounds about fair, doesn't it? Or should I do it so that I can't do standard actions for 2 turns? So it doubles the effect. Because if I fumble a defense roll, I normally take double damage. So maybe for this, but this isn't combat. This is a standard. This is a standard check. Rolling a 1 on a d20 during any type of check is considered a critical failure. The worst possible consequence takes place. So what should I do? I think, to be honest, I probably wouldn't be using my free actions or my move actions. So I'm thinking maybe I should double the effect. So it's going to be 2 rounds I can't attack. He's getting 2 free rounds of attacks. Okay, but I can still defend myself, I think. That doesn't help. All right, so yeah, that just happened. Right, in the next round, I'm not going to bother with initiative because can't attack anyway, and I'm not going to move or anything, I don't think, because of the fumble. So I'm going to defend against them. What are they going to be doing? They're still above half health. So it's another Echo Blast. Oh, he's seen that it works. He's seen that it works against me, and he's doing it again. So we're going to be trying to avoid that. We need an 11 to defend. Oh, come on, a 10. Fail, so I take... Oh, this could be the end. I continue the series and then I die in the next episode. A 6, so I'm down to 4. I've got to do a Constitution check, which is 0, average 11. No, I'm stunned again. So I'm stunned for 2 more rounds. Sorry, Kaari. Sorry, Kaari. This rescue's not working out too well. So, okay, I've got 2 more attacks, basically, that I've got to try and avoid. So, the next turn. Defense, 11. No. I think let's see what he's doing first. He's doing a standard attack, so I miss. I don't do the defense roll. The sword does d6. Oh, no. 1. Okay. So, 3. We're down to 3. We've got to survive 1 more of his attacks. So, average +4, so I need an 11. Yes! We survived! I've got 3 hit points left, but we survived being stunned. We are now back in action. We're going to be rolling initiative. I need a 10. I've got an 11. We win the initiative. Come on. I can do this. 11 to hit. Okay, you can't really see that because of the reflection, but I've got a 17. And a Quacken! I've got a Quacken! I want a Kraken dice. The Quacken represents a critical. So we do a critical. No, we don't do a critical. We've got to have the lowest one. But at least we still hit. So we hit. D8 plus 2. Now, I could defeat him. I could defeat this creature if I get a 5 or higher. I've got to get a 5 or higher to defeat him and save myself and Kaari. I get a 3! No! Okay, so we do 5 damage. So this Echo Knight is down to 2 health. Oh no, he's going to hit back. I won the initiative, I went first. Now he's going to try and hit me back and he... Oh no! Right. Defense. Average plus 4, 15. So I need an 11. I've got 19. We're good. So, initiative again. I need a 10. Get a Kraken. A Kraken. Now, a Kraken, or sorry, a critical during initiative, does it have any effect? It does. It gives me an advantage to the first check. However, I'm at a disadvantage. So, for this attack, I'm just rolling 1 die instead of 2 and taking the lowest. Excellent. Okay. So we are attacking at plus 2, 13. So it's an 11. I get a 4. It was going to be 11, but it rolled off. So I missed the attack, even with an advantage. Well, technically getting rid of the disadvantage. I still miss. Tickable. Echo Knight hits back. I've got to try and defend myself. 11. Defend myself. Oh, this is an epic fight in the middle of the forest. And Kaari's just laying there, bleeding everywhere. I have to check and see whether he's actually survived or not. He may have died from his wounds as this is going on. Right, initiative. I need a 10. I get an 8. I go second. Nuts. So I'm trying to defend. Okay, I think I forgot to do his attack last time, didn't I? He's on... Yeah, I think I did actually. I think I forgot to roll for what attack he was doing. So he's now below half health. He rolls a 7. Use support action. If none are available, special attack. Okay, he does have a support action. Energy drain. The target must pass a hard constitution check to avoid being stunned. If this action hits, the Echo Knight gets a second standard action as well. So as well as being stunned, he gets another attack. Oh my word. All right, we'll try and defend this. We've got to try and defend this. We've got no choice, have we? 11. No, I fail. Oh no. So there's no specific damage for this, but I've got to make a hard constitution check. Hard is 13 with 0 modifier. So I need a 13. I'll get an 18. So okay, we pass that. To avoid being stunned. If this action hits, the Echo Knight gets a second standard action. So energy drain. We get a... Okay, so he gets a standard action now. So it's a standard attack. Yeah, I mean, we don't get stunned, but it says here, if the action hits, and it did hit, I just failed the constitution check. So second standard action. So I have to defend against a standard action, so I need an 11. I've got a 3. D6 damage. Oh no, I've got 3 life left. 1 again. A 1 again. Okay, the 1s are helping me this time. We're down to 2 health. 2 health. Right, next turn. I need a 10. Get a 6. Nuts. He's going first again. What's he going to do? I think I've forgotten to do this a couple of times. But he is below half health. He gets a 1. A 1 is a standard attack. So we need to roll 15 plus 4, 11. Just. We're going to attack back. We're back at a disadvantage. I need 11s. Oh, double 15, which means I hit. Ha 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 ha. And we're doing plus 2 damage, so we're definitely going to kill him. But let's roll just to make sure. Boink, a 1. Plus 2 is 3, but he is down. The Echo Knight goes down after seriously hurting me. I'm on 2 life out of 22. Maybe I need to go into the forest and relax for a few days. Okay, so let us go and see how Kaari is doing. Another thing is that the Echo Knight... Oh, wow, what a fight. The Echo Knight also has a loot. 1 roll on the scavenging table. Right, let me just see what's happening with Kaari first. So, For that, we are going to check with the Oracle. There's the Oracle. Actually, let me change the camera angle. 1 second. Right, so we're going to be asking the question and seeing whether Kaari has survived, because he was wounded, again, during our created narrative. Kaari was wounded in the fight with the Echo Knight. He was prone on the ground. The Echo Knight was about to deliver the killing blow. So I think there is a chance that he may not have survived his wounds. Let me move these figures back a little bit. There you go. All right. So what do I think would be the chance that he has survived his wounds? I mean, combat doesn't take that long. It's quite a fast sort of interaction of blows, although we did have a lot of different rounds. Let me think. Almost impossible, very unlikely, 50-50, likely, very likely, almost certain. Let's have a think. 50-50? Let's just take it as 50-50. So on a 10 or higher, he survives. Okay? 11! 11. So because it was... we passed it just. I'm thinking that maybe Kaari is in bad condition and maybe he has to kind of recuperate for a while. How many first aid kits do I have, actually? I have medical supplies. I've got 3. If I use one on Kaari, would he... I mean, how well would he get? Again, I haven't played this game for a while. I'm a little bit rusty on the game, so please excuse me. Let's have a look. Medical supplies. Required to attempt to remove the bleeding condition or heal. Spend upon use. They're 20 each. I'm thinking that it might... I mean, do I want the guy to survive? Alright, so I'm thinking that Kaari is going to have the bleeding condition. The character loses an amount of health at the start of their turn equal to X every round until the condition is removed. So what I'm going to say is that he's currently bleeding. He's having that bleeding effect on him. I could use a medical supply, or try to use a medical supply to try and heal them, or to stop... it was an average intelligence check coupled with medical supply. So I could use a medical supply, make an average intelligence check. Intelligence -1. Good luck, Kaari. To try and keep him alive. If I fail, he'll probably die. But if he survives, maybe I can get him to explain the location for the pyramid entrance. Now, it says also up here, you can make a hard intelligence check to attempt to heal another character. If successful, they recover D4 plus Constitution modifier. So I am going to try and stop his bleeding. So that is going to be an average intelligence check. So intelligence is -1, average at -1 is 10. So I need to roll an 11, all the 11s, to try and stop his bleeding. No, the guy passed away. He's going to die. But we do lose one of our medical supplies. So I've only got 2 left. Now, so we don't stop the bleeding. He is going to die. But do we have enough time for him sort of to... the entrance can't be found. He's like last breath, last words to maybe help us. Here we go. So, so he's bleeding out. I want to see if I can get him to point me towards the pyramid's entrance, or tell me where the entrance is with his like dying breath. I'm thinking that it may be unlikely because he's bleeding and dying. I'm going to give it a slightly harder chance for this. So unlikely. On a 12 or higher, he manages to tell me where the entrance is. We get a Kraken. So he manages to explain in really good detail where the entrance to the pyramid is, and then the pyramid. Go down the trail, follow the left fork, Ahead of you, behind the large yellow rock, is the entrance. He dead. Right, let us now go and try to get some rest, try to heal ourselves up. Like I say, I'm thinking that I may have to stay in the forest maybe a couple of days to try and heal myself up because I'm only at 2 health. So, yeah, goodbye, Kaari. Kaari's dead. You should have stayed in the village, you traitor. I am going to continue, see if I can get near the pyramid and spot where this yellow rock is, or this yellow boulder, so that I know where to go. And then maybe sort of backtrack a little bit into the forest and sort of, I think I'm going to try and recuperate, at least for a couple of days, I think. I mean, I could do a bit of foraging as well. I mean, not on this day here. I've used up all of my I've used up all of my exploration turns for this particular day. But maybe tomorrow I could forage. That could get me some extra rations. So let's finish today first. So we continue to the pyramid. We managed to actually it should be. So we gave a really good description of where the entrance is, but I think I still need to roll. So I'm thinking that it's going to be very likely, almost certain, because we got a critical, didn't we? So I think almost certain. A 4 or higher, I actually find the boulder. No, you've got to be kidding me. Even at the easiest level, the Oracle says no. So we actually follow the path that he told us. We actually do find the pyramid in the middle of the jungle. This huge, dark pyramid. And we're looking around and we cannot find this yellow boulder that he's talking about. We obviously don't want to get too close to the pyramid in case there are sentries, you know, but on the outskirts, going around the edge of the forest or edge of the clearing where the pyramid is, I just can't see this yellow boulder. Maybe I can make a check every day. I come back and make another check, but I can't do that today. Maybe I have to try again tomorrow. I think that's the best way of doing it. So it's getting dark. I'm going to go back into the forest, find somewhere that I can kind of curl up and hide out of the elements, because it is thundering and lightning. Thunderbolt and lightning, very, very frightening me. And I think we're going to rest for the night. So we're going to use 1 ration. So I'm down to 14 rations. I'm going to get a night's sleep. Good night's sleep. I'm going to say likely 8 or higher. I've got an 11. So yeah, we get a good night's sleep. If I failed that roll, I would say that I didn't get a good night's sleep. So maybe I only recuperate half the hit points. So we do manage to recuperate from resting. Resting. Where are you? Resting. So we don't become fatigued. We also heal. Where's the healing at? We also heal. D8 plus Constitution. My Constitution's 0. So we recuperate and we heal back 8. That's nice. So we're back up to 10. Still not enough for me to go wandering inside the pyramid, methinks. But I have to find the entrance anyway. So we've knocked off the rations. We've done our healing. And we are ready for the next day. Waking up in the forest. We've got 2 exploration turns per day, so I think I'm going to spend 1 day foraging, and then one exploration turn foraging, and the other exploration turn again trying to find that boulder, that kind of entrance to the pyramid, and then I think I'm going to rest again, and depending on what that D8 gives me for the resting, I might go in the pyramid onto the following day. So that'll be it for this video. A very close battle. I almost died again. Almost lost my second character. But we are continuing. I really want to see what's inside that pyramid, and therefore this playthrough will continue at least a little while longer. Hope you guys are okay with that. But I do appreciate each and every one of you that does watch my videos, that does like, that does comment, that does subscribe. I love each and every one of you, and I do appreciate you, as I said. But yeah, let's hope that in the game, in the next day, let's hope that we do find the entrance to the pyramid. and heal a bit more. Poor Kaari. All right, guys, until the next video, take care, stay safe. Cheers.